So feeble. Such weakness is truly pathetic. I've had enough. Time to finish this game. What's happening? Secrets are a weapon that a hunter cannot live without. Those that have no secrets are no more than prey, cut open and waiting for death.
What you're saying is, in your eyes, I am no more than prey that has exhausted all of its secrets and is simply awaiting its death.
Do you think you have some other escape route? Oh, Xianzhou, I have already peeled back your disguises and defenses, layer by layer. I know all the secrets that you and your general have buried so deep.
But you have told me all of your secrets too, Warhead.
Oh, but you will never have a chance to use them. You will be buried with them right here, although you are a fortunate one. After all, you will avoid having to see the tragic future that awaits your general. I'm sure she understands her fate far better than you ever will. One day on the battlefield, she will be overpowered by her ever-intensifying moon rage, and finally be torn apart by her fury and transformation. Not even your god can save her from this fate, although they can lead her to liberation. And the only way to save her is here, in my hands.
Are you the healer? Or am I? Are you really that certain of your own judgment?
I must leave, Foxian. But before I go, you know what I must do, don't you?
Drink blood wine. I hear it is a Borisin custom to kill prisoners and drink their blood before battle to stir up their madness.
You really did put hard work into researching us. It is a shame that this is where your journey ends.
Are you the healer, Xianzhou.
Is there anything that I can do for you?
I heard that you saved me.
There's no need to thank me.
If you're a healer, can you cure my moon rage?
And what if I can? Do I just sit back and watch as you head back out to die in battle? Listen to me, child. Your condition is not suited for the battlefield.
Okay, then can you cure war?
What are you talking about? I'm just a healer. All I can do is...
So all you can do is heal us and let us go cure war.
Such arrogance, young lady. This war has been waged for thousands of years, and it will only continue. What do you mean by cure war? All you will achieve is getting yourself killed.
You healers work yourselves to the bone to save people, even though there will always be sickness and death. So we will also keep fighting. I cannot speak for the dead, but I know that General Yueyu, as well as all the warriors that never returned from battle, will not have died in vain. They fought so that others could make it home alive. Your actions are no different.
Xianzhou, this is an order. Cure me!
Those who have no secrets are no more than prey, cut open and waiting for death. Enjoy the taste of my fresh blood, Hulei. Unfortunately, I am not a man without secrets. I still have one little secret hidden up my sleeve. Tumble dust. I drank it a while ago, and the poison is already flowing through my veins. Sooner or later, you will begin to feel the effects. If the most lethal poison known to this world is able to save innocent lives, then it can also be called a great medicine. I will do my best to cure you. Fei Xiao. I kept my promise. At the cost of this insignificant life. Bring victory to the Yaoqing.
So, you want to play dirty? Yeah, it's colder.
My sword is even colder! Let's move.
Impossible! How could a mere whelp defeat me?
The hunt is finally over. Thank you for holding out so long. The Cloud Knights are withdrawing as we speak. Lieutenant Yang Qing, how are you holding up?
General, I can't believe you didn't tell me about the plan for the Sky Splitter.
Don't blame me. This was your general's idea. When he learned that you gave up being the ringmaster to join my wolf hunt team, he insisted that I hide the plan from you. Perhaps he thought your impatience would mess things up. Well, you may have run all over the place, but you ended up back here, did you not? Who would have imagined that I would arrive late to the battlefield for the first time in my life? No. Perhaps you young ones' blades were just too fast for me. I originally thought, in the best-case scenario, you would team up and hold this beast back while protecting yourselves. However, you joined forces and defeated Hule. The youth are truly to be feared and respected. Come, we need to lock up Hule once again before anything unexpected happens.
I was so scared. I thought you were a goner there. We're so lucky the general made it in time.
Yanqing, that was amazing. That final blow you dealt to Hule. How have I never seen that before? Do you want to learn it? I can teach you. But I'll need some time to heal up first.
I hate to say it, but if you can teach me that move, I'll maybe admit that you're just a tiny little bit stronger than me.
Such an unforgettable blade. So similar to the one wielded by that woman who defeated me all those years ago. Over 700 years have passed, and I thought I would have a way to overcome it by now. But in the end, my fangs and claws were too slow. You won, child.
Stop struggling, Hule. There's plenty of time for you to be tortured by your regrets when you go back to the shackling prison.
Yes, I was defeated, but this was not unexpected. And regardless, you still showed your face, Fei Xiao. I have looked forward to this for so long. Our little hunting game has finally reached its climax. I told you before I had a path prepared for you. You've doomed yourselves. As I meet my demise, so shall the entire Xianzhou Luofu. The crimson wound in my chest will make this place shine with blood. I will drive all Foxians to madness in their fear, craving slaughter without end. What now? Fei Xiao.
This is the heart of the Borisin warhead, a product of the Plague Mark. I'll leave the next part to you.
I don't understand.
We cannot allow this thing to spread. I will do all within my power to consume this crimson moon. Once the situation changes, Lieutenant Yanqing, you are to enforce the Cloud Knight's military rules. Understood.
General!
Die, Borisin.
What? We clearly don't have...
She said, I'll leave the next part to you. She put her faith in us!
Trying.
I promise. I will cure you. Fei Xiao.
No one can live forever, Xianzhou. This time, I must break my promise.
Is this the Sky Splitter? Or somewhere else? Lieutenant Yanqing, you are to enforce the Cloud Knight's military rules. Understood.
We can't let her get away!
Snap out of it, General!
You always leave the hardest battles for yourself. Even now, you would never run away. Isn't it strange that as your enemy, I understand you even better than your own allies?
Ule?
This rage, I remember taste. I know that it was never victory that it thirsted for, but the hunt itself. Isn't that right, Fei Xiao?
You shouldn't be here. I saw you die with my own eyes.
Just consider the figment of your imagination. Before every hunt, I make preparations for defeat and retreat. But not this time. This time, defeat was exactly the ending I was racing towards. When I learned your story from Xianzhou, I realized that he had always been hiding a secret, and that not even the healer himself understood the meaning of this secret. What an ironic fate, don't you think? All this time, when
fittest is nothing but an excuse. You cannot weaken my resolve, Hule.
Blinded by the fury of your moon rage, you slaughtered your allies. Ireland's Qual, you have betrayed the Alliance. Your actions are no different from those of the abominations we stand against.
At the end of the day, it is the blood of the abominations that runs through your veins. One day, you will inevitably become an enemy of the Alliance. Cloud Knights, formation!
You ran into the arms of your new master's army without hesitation. You thought that you had found freedom, respect, and recognition. But you were wrong. They know all too well that a wolf will always be a wolf. Now your greatest freedom is about to come true. You have become an enemy of the Xianzhou. This is your fear.
You aim to instill terror within me. Yet all of this is nothing but a phantom!
You have returned. The Warhag has returned. It's time to return to the pack, Fei Xiao. No matter how deep the hatred you bear for the Borisin, no matter how much we may consider each other enemies, I will still show you this path that you never imagined was available to you. Because you had a choice. You devoured the Crimson Moon. You are worthy to become the Borisin's warhead.
What did you say?
The descendants of Duran who came to rescue me hoped with all their hearts that once I regained my freedom, I would be able to turn the tides of battle and change the fate of our people, allowing the Borisin to return to their former glory. But this was just a dream used by someone with ulterior motives to manipulate the Borisin. They would rather
become a new you.
That's right. We are so similar after all. We're both monsters and were born for war. And will die for war.
I'm sure my answer doesn't need much explanation. I refuse.
I told you before, Foxian and Borisin are no more than labels. You can be whoever you want to be. You can do whatever you want to do. Accept these truths, and the Borisin will bow to you. Destroy them, reduce them to dust, or teach them to become servants of the Xianzhou. You are free to do as you please. Carve your name into the Xianzhou's history books, or into the list of arch enemies. You have the final say.
You do not understand, Hule. You have no idea what it is that I truly desire. When I was just a child, I stained my hands with blood for the first time, in order to escape the whips and shackles of the Wolf Masters.
Nirgal, don't stop! Keep running! I can't run anymore. Saran, are they catching up? They're still behind us. Don't stop! Nirgal, look up! Look at that light in the sky! That's a shooting star. It's shining down on us. If we just held our wish, we can have our freedom. We will all be able to escape. We'll win our freedom and then share it with our cooler brothers and sisters. So you have to run. Quickly. We can do it. We can escape. Nirgal, run with me.
We ran and ran with all the strength we had. But we ended up losing each other. I escaped the hunting pack and encountered a woman that could fly. Cloud Knight.
I imagine you kept your promise.
Unfortunately, when I led her back in order to free my Kulor companions, there was nothing left there but a bottomless pit.
The light of the devilish archer. A star of calamity that strikes the ground and leaves only devastation in its wake.
In the years that followed, I followed the trail of that light alongside my Cloud Knight allies, and saw it fall countless more times. Gradually, I came to understand. That light was not some shooting star that carried wishes and aspirations. Each Lux arrow meant that countless lives in a helpless world were about to be obliterated. I prayed to the god of the skybow that I would never have to witness one of these shooting stars fall again. But they ignored my prayers.
That's right. They never answer us. They just let us loose in this world to massacre each other. That is why the fierce battle between us has raged to this. And the gods who never plead nor cry, who watch silently from above, refuse to listen to the prayers of mortals. Then we have no choice but to fight for our own desires. Do you understand now, Saran? You and I are similar in more ways than you think.
So, what is it that you yearn for, Hule? Why is it that you fight?
I fight so that I can turn the stars above into a great wilderness for Borisin to roam. What about you, Saran?
I fight so that one day I will never have to witness another shooting star falling to the ground. So that just one more person can live and return to the Yaoqing alongside me.
You would resist becoming the person you were supposed to be. Lower yourself from a free wolf to a domesticated fox just for the sake of one person. Have it your way. I will use your fear and doubt as my nourishment. I will seize you and devour you. I will replace you and become Fei Xiao.
We are so similar. Both monsters that were born for war and will die for war. You were right when you said that, Hule. So, I shall pray to the heavens. Even if they do not respond to me, I pray that the arrows of the hunt will pierce the heart of every monster. Do you see me, shooting star? The knights are sworn to protect the Xianzhou. I will uphold this vow until my very last day.
Tears of blood, and all living creatures have howled. I once manned the storm and hunted the weak. Now, I will use your inner beast as my weapon, and your name as my prey. Fei Xiao!
Back your disguises and show you how cowardly and powerless you truly are, Hule! Your move? Fear. Our little hunting ends here. Mighty light of the heavens, wolf in my heart, come to me. We shall conquer as one. Victory is inevitable! My only enemy has always been myself.
General,
I'd like to hear their explanations.
Welcome, Miss Lingsha. I am Preceptor Tauron.
Greetings, my honored preceptor. It's been a while since we last touched base. I've brought a friend with me today. I believe you're already familiar with each other.
Tauron? Elder Tauron? I remember when I was exiled, you were on the verge of passing on. What's with this new look? All of this is thanks to your past life. Had you not been so rash, I wouldn't have had to walk such a dangerous road to free our clan, becoming this specter of my former self. Dan Heng, you've returned twice, but it seems that meeting us fossils wasn't on your agenda. Regrettable indeed. Now here you are to meet me anyway. Life does love its ironies, doesn't it? I didn't come here with Miss Lingsha today to reminisce. Indeed. When the Cauldron Master extends an invitation, it's only proper for the preceptors to attend.
As the newly appointed Cauldron Master, there's been much to take care of within the Alchemy Commission. It's only now that I've had the chance to speak with you. Please forgive the delay, Elder. I sent over some evidence regarding the prison break in the Shackling Prison. I trust you've already looked it over.
Yes. You sent us the remains of Mara-struck soldiers, a map of the Shackling Prison, and a semblance reversion essence pill.
These are the remains of assassins who used Cloud Hymn magic to conceal their tracks. They aided in the Borisin's escape, allowing them unimpeded passage through the Shackling Prison. That marked-up map is a map of prisoners' escape routes. Vidyadhara craftsmen once made blueprints for the prison's construction, so I imagine, Mr. Tauron, you have a similar map in your possession. This pill.
Is semblance reversion essence. Indeed. I helped plot the prison break in the Shackling Prison.
So, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus joining forces with the Lord Ravager to stir up trouble in the Alchemy Commission, the introduction of the Stellaron, and the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection all have something to do with the Vidyadhara.
That's right. You were sent here by the General to hear my confession, weren't you? If there's even a shred of empathy in you, you should understand the reasons behind everything I've done. Ever since the sedition of Imbibidor Lunae, the population of the Vidyadhara has dwindled. With the High Elder exiled, a few of us preceptors had to do what we could to turn the tide. My methods might have been drastic, perhaps even incomprehensible. But it was all for one cause. The survival of the Vidyadhara. Yet, the Xianzhou natives zealously forbid any plague marks and did nothing while the Vidyadhara suffered. Dan Heng, Lingsha, as Vidyadhara, you should understand the desperation behind my actions. All I've tried to do is to ensure our survival.
I'm well aware of the challenges the Vidyadhara face. Fighting for survival isn't a sin. But Elder, your actions have gone beyond mere survival. You've become a beast driven solely by the propagation, devoid of even a hint of empathy.
Oh. Despite calling ourselves a noble draconic bloodline, at our core, we're merely bipedal beasts. The survival of our kind is paramount. If I hadn't resorted to beastly actions, the Vidyadhara might not even exist. The sages show no mercy, as the old wisdom goes. When the High Elder abandoned our people's survival, I had to shoulder the world's sins alone. Lingsha, Dan Heng, the past is behind us, but the future of the Vidyadhara still lies within your grasp. the situation on the Xianzhou Luofu has changed rapidly. As Vidyadhara, we must unite in purpose and avoid the mistakes of the previous Imbibitor Lunae.
I was initially skeptical about the Vidyadhara's betrayal of the Alliance. But after hearing your confession, I realized that there is no point in talking about trust. Breaking the covenant of our alliance will bring war upon the Vidyadhara. Even if we are able to have offspring again, what difference will it make?
Once my plan succeeds, the Alliance will see the Vidyadhara as their saviors, because both parties ultimately share the same interests.
So now that survival won't convince us, you want to talk about interests?
For 1,000 years, the Alliance has been engaged in brutal warfare against the denizens of abundance. Yet victory has remained beyond reach. Have you ever wondered why? Should the Alliance emerge victorious, they will inevitably become the next denizens of abundance. However, if they suffer defeat, the Alliance will face extinction. Thus, the Alliance has deceitfully upheld this precarious balance. However, I have a way to escape from this dilemma. The Alliance's path to salvation lies within the secret of dragon transmutation. Imagine if there were a way to transform other life forms into Vidyadhara. The Alliance would then possess an endless stream of soldiers and would not need to worry about casualties. Once the war ended, these soldiers would cease reproduction, eliminating concerns of overpopulation. This is the way to salvation for the Xianzhou Alliance. The ultimate path to end the universe's suffering under the immortality plague. Only we, the Vidyadhara, can achieve this.
So, you relied on this rhetoric to manipulate the ignorant members of the Vidyadhara into serving you. I am deeply disappointed in you, Elder. Your thoughts and intentions are completely devoid of empathy. Cloud Knights!
Hold it!
Miss Bailu!
Mr. Danheng and Sister Lingsha! Everyone's here?
You think I don't know why you're really here? Jing Yuan sent you here to test me, didn't he? According to the oath between the Alliance and the Vidyadhara, it's forbidden to spill Vidyadhara blood on their own territory. Are you all ready to violate this oath in the presence of the Luofu's High Elder?
Dragon Lady, there's no need to panic. Elder, the Vidyadhara's sacred grounds and the High Elder are not to be used as pawns in exchange for your life.
Talk a big game. As if you have the nation and the people's best interests at heart. But when it really matters, you use a small girl as your shield. It's ridiculously pitiful.
I've said it before. Survival is never a sin. We're all Vidyadhara, so you should understand my intentions. And as a Vidyadhara, I will leave for you a dignified solution. Leave the Scale Gorge waterscape immediately, and appeal to the top echelons of the Alliance. Let the 6 charioteers hold a trial, and sentence me to exuviation and rebirth.
I see right through your plans, Mr. Taoran. Vidyadhara rebirth erases past crimes, but I'm well aware of the Preceptor's dirty tricks during rebirth. You might not be you, but you will still be you. I won't forgive myself for past sins under the pretext of knowing nothing, nor will I allow you to evade accountability.
Danheng, I've always disliked your inability to see the bigger picture. Rebirth hasn't changed you one bit.
Miss Bailu, As High Elder of the Luofu Vidyadhara, please share your thoughts at this moment.
I don't want to stay here. I'm tired of being pushed around. I'm not some puppet to be controlled. Please, take me away with you.
I understand. As the oath dictates, members of the Alliance are forbidden from harming Vidyadhara here. But I've long since severed ties with the Alliance. Right now, I'm simply a nameless, free to come and go as I please. The oath of the Xianzhou means nothing to the spear in my hand.
Dragon Lady, are you all right?
I'm fine. Thank you for rescuing me.
You actually came here in person?
Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to hear your lofty opinions. The public trial you seek with the 6 charioteers is inevitable. In addition, I'll write to the sage queller of the Feng Hu. With her hatred for evil, I'm sure she will make a just decision.
If it's her, she will earn the respect and assent of all the Vidyadhara on the Luofu.
In terms of martial prowess, you indeed have the upper hand. But if you're under the impression that this advantage can be used to settle the score with us preceptors, that's quite an overestimation. Given the Vidyadhara's foundation within the Alliance, do you really think you can do anything to us? As I mentioned, I'll take all the blame and become the scapegoat. With the secrets I possess, the interrogation alone will take an eternity. And in the end, through various exchanges of interest, I am certain to survive. You understand this better than anyone, as it's the very art of trade-offs you love to wield. Lastly, a word of caution to you. I heard that Hulei has escaped from prison and is headed directly for the Sky Splitter. The bloodshed at the war dance is bound to be gruesome. Perhaps, even before my trial, your impeachment will have you in dire straits first.
Regrettably, Mr. Taoran, the Sky Splitter only hosted Cloud Knights today. No audience. And just moments ago, Hulei was executed by the Cloud Knights.
I was only in the bathroom for a little bit, and you've already arranged my death? Hey, can't you play some normal games with Dragon Lady?
You really can't keep your mouth shut, can you?
Alright, enough playing. It's time to visit my masters.
The infirmary is right over there. You can go by yourselves. Oh, come back and visit me when you have time.
Next time, let's not play overly realistic make-believe with this doofus, okay?
Well, there's not much I could do. General Fei Xiao didn't really give me any chance to shine during this wolf hunt operation. If I had been in the ring, I could have knocked down 10 Hulays with just one strike.
You sound exactly like Master Yanqing. But for now, both he and Yun Li have been forced to go to the Alchemy Commission for some well-needed rest. I'm the least accomplished in swordplay, but I came out unscathed. I really ought to thank my masters for taking all the blows on my behalf. Look who's here. The beloved Trailblazer and the charming March 7th. You came to the Alchemy Commission today. Oh, I get it. You are here with March to visit her masters, aren't you? Exactly. How are my masters doing at the moment?
Unfortunately, only one master is here. I'm doing fine. I'm just following the doctor's advice. Miss Bailu said I could take a stroll, so here I am. Your Master Yanqing wasn't as lucky. He's probably still in bed. Considering the intense battle with Hulei, and then with General Fei Xiao, the rigorous sparring session with her, his small body couldn't take it anymore.
Master Yun Li, didn't you also engage in combat?
The little babies from the Luofu just don't have the resilience that us kids from the Juming have.
I heard from Moza about the tough battle against the wolf troopers. You fought alongside Moza. Did you get hurt?
I heard a few versions of the story from the Cloud Knights who were there. The number of wolf troopers went from a few dozen to thousands. And the number keeps rising. It's becoming more absurd by the minute.
Yun Li, go and lie down.
Got it, Lingsha.
What about that smiley fox healer and the guy with the hood? Thank goodness you and the others found Yaocho. He lost a lot of blood and needs to rest properly. He and Maoza are seriously wounded. I've had to forcibly confine them to the Alchemy Commission. All three from the Yaoqing are critically injured. But fortunately, the Xianzhou Luofu has a miraculous healer lady. It's a silver lining in this misfortune. It looks like the entire delegation from the Xianzhou Yaoqing is gathered at the Alchemy Commission. Why don't we go see General Fei Xiao and bring her some fruit? I would normally say no, because they need to rest. But alas, what can you do when the two of them have a leader who's just as restless? General Fei Xiao just slipped out of the recovery room. She thinks she's so sneaky, but I know everything that happens in the Alchemy Commission. If you're looking to meet her, the Lunarescent Depths might be your best bet. I spotted her heading that way earlier.
The sound of those footsteps. They must belong to General Fei Xiao. Out and about, despite the doctor's orders.
What a coincidence. Someone else who refuses to listen to the doctor's orders.
Well, being a doctor myself, I don't think my knowledge of my own body is inferior to the Dragon Lady's.
The healer does not heal himself. Don't try to act tough in front of me. I'm sorry, Zhao Chou. I didn't expect you to use poison that way. What a miscalculation. If only I'd found you sooner. If only I hadn't sent you to the shackling prison.
The way you're speaking, is this really the Fei Xiao I know? Or could it be a Borisin assassin, imitating your voice to take my life?
Zhao Chou, your eyes. You can't see anymore, can you?
I can still clearly hear the sound of the waves. That's enough for me. Don't blame yourself. You know what I'm more concerned about? Has your body had any changes since you swallowed the Crimson Moon?
I'm not sure. There don't appear to be any changes. However, the many doubts that once plagued me have dissipated.
I never thought I'd live to hear you discuss your health again. But thanks to Morza and that child, the price I've paid seems trivial compared to what we've achieved. I hold no grievances, Fei Xiao. I am content.
I don't know how to offer words of comfort, nor do I know much about curing others' ailments. I am just a warrior, so my pledge to you is simple.
An eye for an eye.
So you were here too.
In this vast universe, there's bound to be someone who can heal your eyes. I'll find them. But until then...
The threat behind all this chaos needs to be dealt with. You must already have some ideas. Let them out.
The resurgence of the Sanctus Medicus and the gathering of the Borisin are merely distractions orchestrated by an unseen force, meant to divide the Alliance's attention. Unfortunately, they picked the wrong fight this time. Once we return to the Yaoqing, I'll personally lead the Verdant Knights into battle. I vow to take down a Lord Ravager and teach the Ruined Legion the true meaning of the hunt.
I knew it. You've always been so impatient.
I apologize for my tardiness once again. The Alchemy Commission detained me for some time for a health examination. They released me only after ensuring I was in good condition.
General, seeing you safe and sound puts our minds at ease.
Hulei's escape caused significant upheaval and forced the war dance to be put on hold. A truly unforeseen disaster. Fortunately, the younger generation showed their valor. They bravely tackled the crisis, putting an end to the disaster and providing a glimmer of hope in a dire situation.
Before Master Diviner Fu Xuan's departure for the Yutue, I consulted with her about the war dance. She left a note stating, "The hexagram oscillates between thunder and heaven, a sign of great power, assuring us that we would successfully navigate any challenges." She advised me to trust the younger generation's abilities and let them lead. Her predictions, it appears, have come true. It's just... the Xianzhou Luofu's long-standing duty of keeping Hulei imprisoned ended with his death on the Sky Splitter. This event is likely to bring much criticism from the Alliance's upper ranks.
However, Hulei's demise might actually be a blessing in disguise. Broadcasting this news could derail the Borisin's resurgence and quash the ambitions of those who wish to take advantage of his return. Hand over Hulei's remains to the Xianzhou Yaoqing, and I'll handle the explanations to the Alliance. But what about the war dance? While the wolf hunt mission was a success, the events on the Sky Splitter remain a secret. However, the news of the Borisin's attacks on the streets will spread like wildfire.
The war dance was interrupted, so it must be reconvened. As for the people who witnessed the attacks, beyond placating them, we also need to show them the Xianzhou Cloud Knight's fearless dedication. On the war dance's opening day, rogue Borisin attempted to stir up panic, but was swiftly neutralized by the Merlin's Claw and the Cloud Knights. A genuine tale of heroism that will captivate and calm the public.
As Elder Huayan suggests, the Luofu will do its best to heal the wounded and compensate those who were affected. We aim to reopen the war dance in the coming weeks.
This settles the immediate concerns on the Luofu, but my thoughts linger on the orchestrator behind these events. From the onset of the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, the Xianzhou Luofu has experienced numerous disturbances, directly linked to the Lord Ravager Fantelia.
Her attempt to infiltrate the Xianzhou with the Borisin and sway the Luofu preceptors to join the Sanctus Medicus's insurrection was unsuccessful. But I have a feeling that she is indifferent to the success of her plans.
Rather than outright victory, Fantelia's motives seem to lie in breeding discord and chaos among allies. Should the Alliance fail to mend these rifts, it risks disintegrating into a pile of sand.
The goal of the Xianzhou Alliance has not changed for thousands of years. Perhaps we should point the weapon in our hand toward this new adversary. I plan to bring this matter before the Marshal following the war dance.
With Elder Huayan's insight, one wonders how the Marshal will react.
It's clear we're engaged in a game of chess not seen in thousands of Amber eras. A game where even the strategists become pawns in battle, where the stakes are as high as the fates of countless stars in the sky. Predicting the Marshal's decision is beyond me, yet she's well aware of our concerns. She has tasked General Yao Guang with performing extrapolations day and night to gauge the situation comprehensively. We gathered today not just to tackle the Luofu's predicaments, but also to address a matter requiring our collective presence. Yao Guang has sent a message from the Xianzhou Yutue, informing us that she wishes to share the results of recent calculations she made within the Matrix. Xing Yuin, I'd like to borrow the seat of Divine Foresight's chessboard for this purpose.
Hello, everyone. It's been a long time.
Over 3 decades have passed since we last convened. I've dearly missed each of you generals during this time.
Was the seer strategist thinking of us or thinking of the fates we're destined for?
The Merlin's Claw. As blunt as always. Though, not everyone's cup of tea, huh? You once told Jing Yuan, "You're lucky that I'm the one who came this time. If it were the seer strategist, this conversation might not be so friendly." I'm intrigued. Did the conversation really come to pass?
I've never heard anyone mention that the Decalite reflection barrier could eavesdrop on even the quietest whispers. It appears that the Marshal sent not just 2 generals to the Luofu, but an uninvited 3rd guest as well.
People have been saying that Mr. Jing Yuan's intellect shines as brightly as the seer strategist's. With the Luofu caught in such strife, the Yuchui couldn't just stand by and watch.
Seer strategist, our time with the Yellow Bell is limited. Let's get straight to the point.
Alright. Thanks to Mr. Jing Yuan, the interrogation of the 2 prisoners on the Yuchui has concluded. Mr. Jing Yuan's speculations were correct. Of the crimes they confessed to, planting a Stellaron on the Luofu was a complete fabrication meant to mislead. Their real aim was to secure a meeting with the Marshal to present their Godslayer protocol, a strategy they firmly believe in.
And what was this grand strategy proposed by Jing Liu and that traveler?
The narrative they painted was vast and difficult to put into words. It all revolves around the coffin of the blonde traveler. To be precise, it's the remnants of the propagation.
The remains of the swarm author?
More accurately, it's a fragment of the divine body. In the future they depicted, this fragment serves as the final nail, sealing the fate of the plague's author and securing its doom. Before reaching that point, battling the gods necessitates a larger alliance. Hence, they sought out an ally for the Xianzhou. I assume you've all heard of the famed Genius Society member number 81, Ron Mei, haven't you? The Eye of the Yuchui has just seen this uninvited guest arrive on the Xianzhou Luofu. 3, 2, 1. Right on time. Now, as for the best way to receive our distinguished guest, I'll leave that in your capable hands.
Do you remember your name?
My name is...
I serve as an ambassador of the Whistling Flames Merchant Guild on the Xianzhou Luofu.